Whitten Bassett Nunthorpe, 5 furlongs, the ultimate test of speed. And they're all set and they're off. Night Raider is out well. Magira just dwelt slightly. Night Raider and Manican towards the right-hand side are racing prominently. Washingtonites on the near side in company with Celandine as they settle down. Arizona Blaze and Frost at Dawn with She's Quality a little free racing in midfield. So out in the lead, it's Night Raider has a narrow advantage. Manican and then Frost at Dawn. Asfoora in the stripes. Arizona Blaze, She's Quality and JM Jungle. Rumstar with Spark Narrow and Washingtonite towards the left-hand side with Celandine, Kurdos, Spicy Marg, Lady Iman's Big White Face, then Magira. Sayadat Darian is quite well back in the field with Ain't Nobody, making their way down towards the final 2 furlongs. Night Raider, Asfoora, Manican towards the far side with Frost at Dawn. The 2-year-old Lady Iman weaving amongst horses. Then JM Jungle, She's Quality and Spicy Marg. Asfoora takes it up for Australia. On the outside, Frost at Dawn, then JM Jungle. Ain't Nobody on the far side running a mighty race, but it is Asfoora who is leading them home in the Nunthorpe. Asfoora wins for Australia. Henry Dwyer and Oisin Murphy. Frost at Dawn, Ain't Nobody's run a corker. They share a photo for 2nd and 3rd. Night Raider, then Rumstar. Behind these Sayadat Darian made late ground. JM Jungle, She's Quality, Magira, Lady Iman. Behind those Arizona Blaze with Kurdos, Celandine, Washingtonites and Spark Narrow. Well, the domestic sprinters aren't a great bunch, and as a result, when kids from overseas come into town like Lazat and Satono Rev, they can more than hold their own. Asfoora haven't been firing so far this season until now. Frost at Dawn, and what a big run from Ain't Nobody, who was a huge price in a very close photo, 2nd and 3rd. Night Raider, Rumstar, JM Jungle, Sayadat Darian was next, and then behind those was Magira. You can shake up our domestic sprinters and they'll finish in a different order throughout, but the odds are if there's an overseas sprinter in the field, they may well prevail. And that's what's happened this time around as well, with Asfoora winning the Nunthorpe for Australia.
And they really deserve that. They've been such great sports. Henry Dwyer running at Goodwood when everything was against her, and that's put her spot on for this. And it was the 2 Royal Ascot winners. Ain't Nobody in 2nd has run an absolute screamer for the Kevin Ryan team. But Jason, this is all about Asfoora in the colours of Nora Lane Farm, Oisin Murphy for Henry Dwyer, and Oisin is sitting pretty.
Well, he knows Night Raider, having ridden him previously here, and I bet he thought, oh, that everything's aligned. He's drawn in 8. I could pop out from 5. He's got right on on his tail and had the perfect draft in. If anything, maybe got there a little bit early, but she is really sort of stamping her authority late on.
You've got to give the team huge credit, because I think they said after Royal Ascot that she was a little bit flat. They turned her out in the paddock for a few weeks, really tried to freshen her up. She then lost her ground down at Goodwood, but they've got her back today, got her in tip-top shape, and she proves, hasn't she, today, just what she can do when she's on her A-game.
There's not a great deal between first and last, is there? They're all on top of each other, and how good was she?
Fantastic for a horse who took 43 hours, 47 minutes, travelled 13,000 miles to be here. 5 furlongs, 60 seconds, bang. And there is Chanel, who looks after the horse in floods of tears, with Amy Murphy, who's played such a big part in the preparation. It's actually less than a minute, as you can see. 57.59 is quick. The track record, 55.9 in 2019 from Batash. She's a superstar. Likewise, the connections, Francesca.
I haven't actually seen Henry Dwyer here, but yes, there's a big Australian contingent who are understandably gloating here. But the funny thing is with her is that we've seen a lot of very good Australian sprinters come over, but Group 1 winning sprinters who have been dominant on our shores, and she's actually yet to win a Group 1 in Australia, which maybe says a lot more about the depth of their division over there. And it's taken a few attempts this time around, and like Jason said, the ground at Goodwood went against her. She wasn't really fit at Ascot. I'd maybe slightly lost the faith, but the way the race developed was just absolutely spot on for her. Oisin Murphy stuck with her throughout, and that's what it means, you know, to travel with these horses and be one-on-one with them and take on these ambitious campaigns. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of money, effort, time, energy, but this is super rewarding here for them.
The draw, 5, 6, 3, 8. You needed to be drawn low. Magira was the fastest horse in the race, according to Race IQ. Amy Murphy's involved right now. Ain't Nobody in 2nd, Jason. Big run.
That's huge from him. You know, one of a few 3-year-olds in the lineup. All right, the weight for age not as significant for that division compared to the juveniles, but no, he's run a stormer when we thought he was at his best at Ascot.
100 to 1 the second, and this is where Oisin Murphy's so good. Engaging the public, both sides, clock tower enclosure, the big stands as well.
This is amazing for the crowd, and they absolutely love it because there's not many horses that you can actually go and canter back down the track again and come back, but she's an utter professional, and it's so nice to see Oisin, you know, really interacting with the crowd.
The time has been rounded down to 57.38. 57 seconds, having come and travelled more than 43 hours. Well worth it as well. Let's hear from the Nunthorpe winning jockey, Oisin Murphy.
She peaked today, this horse, Oisin Murphy on board. Just how electric was that?
Amazing, Ollie. It's very difficult to bring them up from Australia, 2 years on the trot, and they had her in some condition today.
Talk us through
Well done,
Chanel's in bits. We'll grab a word with Chanel in a moment if that's all right. But talk us through the race from your point of view, Oisin. How did it unfold?
It was perfect. She got a toe off Night Raider. I didn't take her back from the gate. I allowed her roll forward. And she travelled very well, Ollie. The track is quite quick, which suits her. And she was electric, really.
We'll just go in, but if I can grab a word with you, Chanel. You've been away from home since, I think, around about May.
Yeah.
It's very clear what this means to you. It shows how much dedication goes into getting a horse to peak on this occasion. Can you put it into words for us?
I just love this horse. Like, whether she won or didn't win, it was, you know, there. But for her to come out and do that, like I said to Henry on Tuesday, I thought she would win.
She's going the wrong way, Chanel. I'll try and grab a word on the other side with Oisin in a moment. I think you can clearly see what it means to the likes of Chanel and all concerned. As she makes her way back into the winner's enclosure, let's see if we can just grab a final. She's running away from it. She's all good. Amy Murphy coming alongside as well. And for connections, it's great credit to them to keep coming back here in the UK.
Yeah, Chanel obviously does all the hard work with her. Henry trains her, but Amy Murphy and Lamos de Souza have facilitated all of it in their stable. So a lot of work goes in behind the scenes, Ollie.
Another Group 1 on the board for you, Oisin. Well done.
Thank you, Ollie.
$11 to 1. What an SP for Asfoora, who wins the Group